Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, my name is Nancy. In today's class, we're going to be learning how to make this flea dress with an open back. So if this is something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let's get started. The name of this fabric is called an African print fabric and I made use of 4 yards in total. So guys, I'm going to take the amount of fabric I need for the dress alone without the sleeve. So I measured 1 yard and I measured another 1 yard, and this is 2 yards. Now I'm going to add extra 25 inches, making it 2 yards and 25 inches. Now the next step is on how to fold this fabric. So I'm going to fold this fabric into two equally. Now I'm going to pick one edge of the folded part to cross it over to this side. So with this fold, I've been able to use this fabric to create a triangular shape. So this is basically how your fabric should also look after folding into four. So one side should be completely closed while the other side should have an opening. So now I'm going to tilt the fabric this way so that it faces me. So the first measurement I'll be working with is the shoulder measurement. Now I would locate the shoulder measurement on this triangle. The shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I'm going to make it 8 inches on this point here. And then I'll go ahead to draw a straight line across this point. So make sure it's a straight line. After this, I'll come over to the folded parts of the fabric here to mark the neck line. So I'm going to start by marking a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 1 inch for the back piece. Now for the front piece, I'm going to be marking a neck depth of 3 inches to connect it to the neck width as well. Remember that this fabric is folded into 4. So I'll have both the front piece and the back piece. Now from the edge of the shoulder here, I'll come down by 1 inch and then I'll connect these new points to meet the neck width, which would form the shoulder slope. Now from the shoulder slope, I'll place my tape measure to mark my armhole measurement. So you can get your armhole measurement by dividing your best measurement into 6 and adding 1.5 inches to that. So after I did that, my armhole measurement is 8 inches. So I marked it here. Now using a straight line, I would connect this new point to meet the shoulder slope. Now I'm going to draw a straight line across this point. And this line is called the chest line. Now on the chest line, I'll place my bust measurement divided by 4 and then I would add extra 1.5 inch for his. Now I'll get the midpoint of the armhole line to connect this point into the bust measurement. So once you've done this, the next step is to deepen the armhole for the front piece. From the midpoint here, I'll go in by half of an inch to connect this point to the top of the shoulder slope and into the armhole as shown. So this would help to remove any form of bulginess that might want to appear on the armhole of the front piece. Now I'll go ahead to mark my desired dress length. I'll place my tape from the straight line at the top here all the way down to mark my dress length. I want it to be 34 inches. So I'm going to add extra 1 inch sewing allowance to make it 35 inches altogether. So I marked it here. Now I'm also going to adjust the tape measure on the straight line here towards the center and then move it all the way down to mark 35 inches again. And towards the end of the straight line at the top here, that's the shoulder line, I'm going to place my tape measure to mark all the way down to 35 inches. After marking this, I'll go ahead to connect all the points together. So from the chest line, I'm going to be extending my bust measurement all the way down to the bottom of the dress. Now I'm going to go ahead to cut out the neck width for the back piece first and then cut out the shoulder slope as well and then the armhole for the back piece. Then I'll follow through the white lines to cut out the rest. After cutting out the sides, you're also going to cut out the hem of the dress. So remember that this fabric was folded into four. Now I'll take out the back piece so I can easily trim out the neckline for the front piece and also the armhole for the front piece. So now I'll go ahead to trim out the neckline, and then I'll be trimming out the armhole. So the essence of trimming out this armhole is to reduce any form of bulginess that might want to appear around that area. So now I'm going to bring back the back piece to the table. So we can start by working on the back piece first. Now I'm going to slit the center fold of the back piece into two. Remember that for this style we are recreating, there is a slit at the center back. So that is the reason I'm slitting the center fold of this back piece. Once you have done this, I'm going to place my tape measure from the neckline here all the way down to mark 6 inches. If you take a close look at the opening, you would notice that the opening is a bit slanted. So for this reason, I'm going to be marking 2 inches at the bottom here to connect this point to meet the initial point I marked at the top. And this would form a slant line. Now I'll go ahead to cut out this part. So once you have done this, you're going to separate the back piece into two. And then you'd head over to the sewing machine to fold the opening at the center back in by half of an inch and further fold it in by half of an inch, and you do the same on this other side as well. After folding, this is how it should be. So now the next step is to place the right side of those back pieces on the right side of the front piece. So now I'm going to place one of the back piece on this side, and I would head over to the sewing machine to stitch the shoulders together by half of an inch, and then I would and to also stitch the sides by 1 inch. Now on this other side as well, I would place one side of the back piece directly on the front piece to stitch the shoulders together by half of an inch, and to also stitch the sides together by 1 inch. So guys, after stitching the shoulders together and stitching the sides together, this is how the dress should be. Now I'm going to keep this aside so that we can go ahead to work on the sleeves. Now for the sleeve, I'm going to fold my fabric into two equally, and then I'm going to further fold the fabric into two again. So I practically folded this fabric into four so that after cutting the sleeve, I would have both sleeves cut together. Now the first step is to mark the desired length of your sleeve. I want the sleeve length to be 23 inches, so I added extra 1 inch to the bottom, which made it 24 inches altogether, and then I went ahead to mark the starting line at the top. Now after the starting line, I'll go ahead to mark my desired sleeve length, which is 23 inches, and I added extra 1 inch to the bottom for sewing allowance. Now the next step is to mark the cap sleeve. The cap sleeve is 4.5. I made a straight line across that point, and then the next thing we're going to do is to divide the round armhole measurement into two. A round armhole measurement divided by 2 is 9.5 inches, so I added extra 1 inch for ease, making it 10.5. Now I'm going to connect this point to meet the top of this starting line, forming a slant line. After this, I'll place my tape measure on this slant line to mark the midpoint. This is just me using a freehand method, something you can easily do. Now you're going to raise the midpoint by half of an inch upward and curve it downwards by half of an inch. So I forgot to mention that the width of my sleeve is 14 inches. Please take note of that. Now I'm going to connect the armhole measurement I got here all the way down to form a slant line, because this is actually a bell sleeve. At the end of the bell sleeve at this point here, I'm going to come up by 1 inch so that it would eliminate the sharp edges around this area. Then I would connect it into the sleeve length. Once you are done with that, you head over to pick up your scissors to cut it out following the white lines. Please take note of the areas I'm cutting so you don't make any mistake. This is actually very easy to do. It's just a basic sleeve. So after cutting out the sleeves, you'd notice that you have two sleeves. Now you would head over to the sewing machine to stitch the hem by half of an inch and further folding it in by half of an inch. And then I would also repeat the same sewing process for the other sleeve. After stitching the hem of the sleeve, I would fold the sleeve into two. I would head over to the sewing machine to stitch the side by 1 inch. Now repeat the same sewing process for the second sleeve as well. After stitching both sleeves, this is how it should be. Now the next step is to attach the sleeve to the armhole of the dress by half of an inch. After stitching your sleeves properly, the next step is to work on the collar. So the first thing we are going to do is to measure the width of the collar. I'm going to place my tape measure around the neckline to measure the width of the neckline. So altogether I have 20 inches. So I'm going to be working with this 20 inches. So guys, for the collar, I folded this fabric into two and I further folded this fabric into two again. So I practically folded this fabric into four. So recall that the measurement of the neckline was 20 inches. Now, since this fabric is folded into four, we are going to divide that 20 inches into four, and that will give us 5 inches. I'll place my tape from the tip of the folded edge here to mark 5 inches all around. So we're actually doing this in form of a peplon, and the reason is because we want the collar to rest well around the neck. So I went ahead to mark 5 inches here. Now the next step is to connect these dotted points together, and then we are going to go ahead to mark the width of our collar depending on how wide you want it to be, but it shouldn't be too wide. So for me, I'm just going to be marking 2.5 inches for the width of my collar. So I'm just going to be marking 2.5 inches after the first line. Now I'm going to go ahead to connect dotted lines, and then I'll go ahead to trim the first line and to also cut out from the second line as well. So after I've done this, I'll go ahead to open my collar this way to slit the folded part at the top. So once you've done this, you head over to the sewing machine to stitch the neckline by half of an inch. After stitching, you go ahead to notch the seams, and then you turn the fabric to the right side like you see me doing, and then you give it a quick press. So to attach the collar to the neck of the dress is very simple. All you have to do is to fold the collar into two equally, and then you notch the midpoints, that's the center at the bottom here, and then you'd also fold the neckline of the dress into two equally to notch the center. So this is the front piece of the dress facing me, and then I'm going to place the center of the collar directly on the center of the neckline, just as we have notched it initially, and then I'll go ahead to pin one side of the collar all the way to the neckline. You would even notice that there's an excess, but just leave it the way it is. Do not trim it yet. Now I'll go back to the center again to keep pinning the rest of the collar on the neckline towards the side, and you'd also notice that there is an excess collar at the end. Now I'll head over to the sewing machine to stitch them by half of an inch together. After stitching the collar, now you go ahead to notch the seams before weaving. It's important that you notch the seams because it's actually a curved area, and if you want it to relax properly, notching is very important. Now I'll head over to the weaving machine to weave it properly. And after weaving, this is how it should be. Now the next thing is to trim the collar a bit. So from the center back here, I'm just going to be adding extra 1 inch to the length of the collar on both ends, and then I'll go ahead to trim out the rest. So the 1 inch I'm adding is because of the belt that would be attached to the ends of the collar. So guys, we are almost getting to the end of this tutorial, and before cutting out your belt, you need to be sure of your collar width. This is 2 inches on both ends. So I'm gonna ahead to cut out the belt, and you notice that the bottom of the belt is wider than the top of the belt. So it's actually very easy to do. Now for the width of the belt opening here, it's actually 2 inches, just like I measured for the collar. So what we are going to do now is to fold in the edges of this opening inward by half of an inch, and then we're going to insert the edges of the collar into the belt this way. So remember we left about 1 inch. I'm going to insert it into the opening here, and then I would use a pin to hold it together. After pinning properly, I would head over to the sewing machine to stitch directly on the fold so that it holds it properly. And I would also repeat the same stitching process for the other end of the collar. So make sure that the pin captures the collar at the back as well before stitching. So after stitching the belt properly, I went ahead to knot the belt at the center back here. So the final step is to secure the hem of this dress. So I'm just going to do that by folding the hem inward by half of an inch and further folding it inward by half of an inch, just like you see me doing. So guys, this is the final outcome of the dress. You can see it came out really beautiful and it's very simple to make. Thank you for watching and see you in my next one.